Hi, this is Andy from GPS Training. We're excited today to be showing you a new product that we're just starting to stock called the Zoleo Satellite Communicator. So we're going to actually unbox the product for the first time. But just so you've got a bit of information about what this product does and what you can use it for, we'll cover that first before we actually do the unboxing. So it's basically a little compact rugged device for those of you who might be going off the beaten track, where you may have no mobile data signal, no mobile signal, Wi-Fi signal, etc. So you're not able to use your phone in emergency. And what this device will do, you pair it with an app on your phone. When it's paired with the app on the phone, your mobile device doesn't actually need mobile coverage or Wi-Fi coverage. The device itself uses the Iridium satellite network to enable you to do various functions. We'll start with the SOS button, which I can see actually on the outer box of the product here. So in emergency, if you were to have an accident and need to summons help, we've got a 24/7 monitoring station that when you press that SOS button, it will be sent via the Iridium satellite network, and then you'll get messages back on the app on the phone, again using satellite signal, not mobile data, telling you what's happening. That helps on its way. So for peace of mind, you've got that SOS button. The device, I should have said, is subscription led, so there's various subscription packages that you sign up to that you can do on a monthly basis. So SOS button, it also lets you check in with family and friends, so you can set up some contacts on the device that if the SOS button was pressed, they would be notified from the monitoring station. But also you can do a simple check-in by using a button on the device, or you can have the device automatically at set intervals ping your location and information to the contacts that you've set up to let them know you're okay and where you are. So we can do that with it. We can also use the app on your mobile device to send text messages and emails to friends and family that you've set up in your contacts. But again, you're not using mobile data, or sorry, should I say, when you've got no mobile data or Wi-Fi, it'll actually use the Iridium satellite network to send these messages. We can actually get weather data as well from the satellites onto the app, but again using the satellite system. So that's what the device does in a nutshell. Little compact rugged device, which we're now going to take a look at, and we'll just turn around the box and have a look on the box first before we open it up. So on the front of the box here, it's got a picture of the device. It's telling me that we can use the app either from the App Store for Apple devices or the Play Store for Android, so it's compatible with both, and it's using the Iridium satellite network. Turn the box around on the end here, I can see it's got the part number, and it's got something called an IMEI number and a serial number. Having already had a look at some of the information on the manufacturer's website, I know we need that information when we register the device for the first time. And also on the box, just going to turn it around onto this side, it's shown me on this side that the contents in the box, we get the device, a USB cable, a lanyard, a carabiner, and a quick start guide. So that's included. We'll be taking a look at that as we open up the box. Finally, I'm just going to have a look on the back of the box. So it's just giving me a bit more information about what the unit will do. So it's showing you that there's an app you use it with. The Iridium satellites have got coverage, 100% coverage of the Earth's surface. So as long as you've got a satellite view with the device, it'll use the Iridium network to send the messages. It mentions about you can get weather data here, two-way messaging. We've talked about SOS. You can actually send your GPS location to friends and family. It's actually got a figure quoted here, which looks like it'll be for battery life of 200 plus hours, which is great. And it's actually got some information about the weather rating. IP68 is the ingress protection rating. That's a really good weather rating, so the device is not going to have any issues if it's out in the elements being rained on. It's got a 2-year warranty, and looking at the weight of the device, it only weighs 150 grams, so it's not very heavy, and the dimensions are 9.1 by 6.6 by 2.7 centimeters. So I have cheated slightly. We haven't actually opened up the box yet, so this will be the very first time. But just so you didn't see me fiddling with a knife or a pair of scissors, there was actually a couple of security seals on the side of the box that I've already slit open just for ease of the video. So this will be the first time that we're going to take a look at the unit in the box. So we'll be stocking this GPS device in the GPS training website store, gpstraining.co.uk, and under the GPS store we have the heading two-way satellite communicator. That's where the device will be listed, and of course when we do have the device listed on our website, all the full technical specs etc. will be listed. So this is the box open for the first time. Looks like what we've got on the top of the box here is some steps 1, 2, 3. So it's telling us number 1, charge, number 2, we need to activate the device, number 3, install the app on our mobile device. Some literature at the back here, so I'm just going to take this literature out first and see what we get. So I have a feeling that looks like it's some stickers. I didn't mention that on the box, but we've got some Zoleo branded stickers there. It mentioned a quick start guide, so I can see we've got a quick start guide there in various languages. We'll just have a quick look at the guide, and it's a nice guide. It looks like, as in a one with nice pictures. We always like guides with lots of pictures, which are normally easy to follow. So yeah, lots of information there on the quick start guide. It's nice to see a bit of paperwork in with the unit. There's a lot of units these days don't come with guides and you've got to download them. So we have a quick start guide there, again in a different language. Some warranty information. I know on the box it did say 2-year warranty, which is great. So I'm just going to lift out what I'm assuming will be the device here. Yep, so this is a little guide on this paper sleeve. Yep, so I'm just going to see how that undoes. There we go, that just comes off. So I'll just put that to one side. So this is the device itself. I'm just going to put it to one side. We'll see if there's anything else in the box. So it looks like we've got a USB cable. This will be the charging cable. Micro USB. You don't get a plug with a unit, which is like a lot of units these days. I know, having already looked at the spec, it recommends you use just a standard USB plug, the type of plug you'd use for your mobile phone, and they recommend you use one with an output of 1.5 amp hours or higher. I'm led to believe it takes no more than 2 hours to fully charge from flat if you're using a 1.5 amp hour charger. And this looks like a carabiner clip. Now that would go on a lanyard. Now I can't see a lanyard on the box, but if I move this to one side, I'm assuming this might be built into the unit. So yeah, on the unit there, yeah, that looks like a lanyard on the side. So I've got this fabric lanyard, which hopefully you can see there. So the carabiner clips is just going to slot through there to allow you to carry it. I'm pretty sure we'll have some other accessories at some stage on different ways to carry it and mount it, but for the minute you will get that carabiner free with the unit. So initial feel of the unit, I know it doesn't weigh an awful lot. Yep, so in the hand it doesn't feel very heavy. It feels quite rubbery, quite rugged. I know it's tested to a military standard 810G, so it should be a fairly tough device. And I mentioned it's got that IP68 weather rating. So I'm just going to have a look on the back of the unit. Looks like there's some text on the back. It's got SOS instructions, so it's got actually instructions for using the SOS button, and it looks like it's got the same MEI number and serial number that we have printed on the box, which is useful in case you lose the box, because I know if I'm already looking at some of the literature online, you will need this information when you activate the device. So you do have to set up some subscriptions for the device, and I know if I'm already looking at this, they start at £18 a month, and there's various options where you can suspend for a month and then start again, etc. We will have lots of information on the product pages of the product on all those sort of options that you've got for the unit. So I'm just going to turn it back around. SOS flap we can see here, so I'm assuming the SOS button will be behind the flap there. That would be to stop you accidentally pressing the button, so that would be the SOS button that you use in emergency. Again, having had a look at the specs already in some of the videos online, I know that this little button that's got a tick on it is the button you use to manually send check-in messages to friends and family that you set up. I know you can have the device at various intervals preset, send out messages to the friends and family that you set up to see where you are, just as a check-in to see you're okay, but it has got that manual check-in button. I know these little slots, again, just from watching videos already, are LEDs that will correspond to satellite signal, how the messages are working, etc. So that'll be mentioned, I'm pretty sure, in the full guide. We're going to do lots of videos on using the unit as we start to get the grips with it. The next video we're going to do is how you pair it with the app that you need to use with the device. So you do need a mobile device paired with it to use the app with it, but you don't need mobile data or Wi-Fi to use the device out in the field. That's the idea. If you're somewhere where there's no mobile data, it's just using the app on your phone with the Bluetooth connection, but it doesn't actually need mobile or Wi-Fi data because the messages are sent via the satellite system. On-off button, yep, that looks like the on-off button there. It's your standard sort of symbol for an on-off button. We'll turn that on in a second and see if the unit will turn on. And like I say, we are going to charge it initially, and I can see here the symbol for a USB, so that'll be the USB slot. I'm just going to open that up. Yeah, that's where the micro USB cable will go to charge. So I'll just push that back down. So yeah, initial feel of the unit, it feels good. It's obviously going to be starting to use it and see how we get on with it. I've read good reviews on the product. I know it's won a number of outdoor awards, so we are very excited to start using the device. So I'm just going to hold this on-off button in. So maybe, I've heard a little tune there, and I've got a little flash on a green LED. Yeah, and a green LED is flashing there, so I'm assuming that will be the unit turned on. But we are going to charge it next using the USB cable, and then we'll start adding more videos as we start to use the unit. Purchasing from GPS Training, remember you do get the full sort of backup and tech support from ourselves, and on our online training resource that we have for other products that we sell, we'll be using some of the manufacturer's videos and putting some of our own videos to use as for you to use as well, that you'll have access to if purchasing the product from ourselves. So I hope you found this video useful, and we look forward to doing some more videos on using the Zoleo two-way satellite communicator, and thanks for watching.